My name is Ray Lynn. For those that do not know, I'm the Executive Director here at the National Memorial. When I came on board last November, I heard about a Jeep. I heard there was this past board member of the name Kevin Robinson who was driving here in Perryville one day and saw a Jeep and thought, I'm going to pull over and see what this Jeep's about. That Jeep was owned by a man named Kyle Vermont, who is the donor and gave us this piece of history. Kyle, would you please wave? Thank you. Before we get further into our presentation, I'd like to recognize some individuals in the room. We'll start with Mr. and Mrs. Edelman, Jim and Charlene. Without them, we would not be sitting on these 47 acres. Thank you. I have a few of my board members here. Roger Wibbenmeyer, Brent Barrett, and a past board member, Kevin Robinson. I'd also like to thank Mayor Riney for joining us today. As well as the staff, faculty, administration of the Perryville Area Career and Technology Center. I would ask that you all raise your hand. Now, Mr. Garrod donated a 1954 M38A1 Willys Jeep. Over the last 2 academic school years, the students from the Perryville Area Career and Technology Center, as well as the staff, have worked hourlessly, dedicated not only the school hours, but the summer months to ensure that this Jeep was done correctly. I will now invite Mr. Carl Berg to the podium to share what these students, himself, and the other staff have done. Mr. Berg.
Thank you. Glad to be here today. Before I begin, I want to read some of the names of our students who participated. You'll forgive me for putting my eyes in. By the way, I promise that these are just keynotes. That's not a big speech. I have some students here with us today who are currently attending our Career Center, and I have some who have graduated. I would like to begin with those, recognizing those who have graduated. Would you please stand up? One is already standing. Mr. Aladdin Garris, Mr. Jonathan Splendor, and this guy over here, Braden Hobbs. Thank you guys for coming. Here's the list of the names of the other people who have participated. Keegan Long, Logan Long, Zach Ackman, Harley Clifton, Trent Schumer, Lane Boner, Richard Geringer, Lucas Phillips, Andrew Turbrack, Noah Smith, Adrian Litt, Dominic Smith, Aiden Garris, Laird Tucker, Wyatt Hamlin, Aiden Mayfield, Matthew Yamnitz, Kelby Newell, Matthew Schmidt, Justin Swint, Jack Harlow, Zachary Fligg, Noah Baker, Nicholas Henderson, Nick Capps, Kate Mesplay, Wyatt Palmer, Nathan McElliott, Raina Manch, Drew Thorne, Avery Baird, Andrew Litt, Landon Phillips, Nathan Geringer. Give them a hand, please. As I've aged, my arms have gotten longer, and my eyesight's like the old gray mare. It just ain't what she used to be. Thank you, Raylan and the board, for inviting us to this ceremony today. Our students, they've worked many hours on the Jeep. Tears were shed, hair was pulled, and some harsh words were spoken. And that was just at my house. However, our central theme from day one was to give back to our veterans. Outside sources. I want to thank some outside of the Career Center who helped get this Jeep project finished. Otherwise, it would go unmentioned. My glass man, a man that I've known for 40 years and then lost touch with him, didn't know who I was calling. So the night he showed up to help us put the windshield back in it, I'm like, dude, I know you. And so we spent 4 hours talking about things. Randy Flake, that was the man who helped me with the mirror. Our paint supplier, Lacari Paint, Mr. Kyle Gramont, as you've already been introduced. Mr. Kevin Robinson. Mr. Kevin Robinson orchestrated the initial meeting with our then Career Center Director, Mr. Craig Hayden. Thank you, Mr. Hayden. There are many people who worked at the Career Center who were dedicated, available, and enthused at the project scope as well. I can't tell you how enthused our new Career Center Director, Mr. Daniel Heck, was, especially after we let him install the whip mount. He got a little giggly on that. So he was on board, and I appreciated it. Privilege. I want to speak to privilege. It's truly a privilege to become involved in the resurrection of this M38A1 Jeep project. Not only did our students learn about body repair, they also learned something about time management. And above all, they learned about dedication and commitment, something our veterans represent. Veterans Board members, thank you for allowing our students in the Career Center to be part of this dedication today. The Career Center has a multiple school district students who are involved with the Jeep project. We have students from St. Vincent, Saxony Lutheran, and Perryville. We also have students from school districts located outside Perry County, such as Meadow Heights, St. Genevieve, and Valley Catholic. Much like the Veterans Memorial Outreach, our students and parents come from beyond the Perry County area as well. I want to thank the Veterans Memorial Board for their hard work and commitment. Their quest to honor our United States veterans is to be praised. In closing, veterans, simply thank you for your service. You are what projects like the Memorial Wall, this Jeep, and many countless other dedications are about. I have 2 young men in my family, my sons, who served. They were in Afghanistan and Iraq. Both sustained injury. Both came home happy, viable. I have grandchildren to sit on my knee. You paved the way, and we thank you. Raylan? I would like to have one young lady present the keys to the Jeep. Kate Nesplay. There are 3 or 4 students that worked over the summer with us as we try to meet our deadline. So this young lady is very special to me. Kate Nesplay, would you please present the keys to Ms. Manoa?
Thank you. I would also invite you to unveil the Jeep. In closing, I would like to thank everyone for joining us today. And for those students, please know you are our leaders and our veterans of tomorrow. What you have done for the National Memorial is truly invaluable. And I thank you for your dedication, your hard work, and your service. Because what this Jeep brings to the veteran community, I could never put to words. The moments, the thoughts, the ideas that I have already heard shared from veterans who have been here, who have seen it on Facebook. Thank you for what you've done. You may all sit right there. Thank you, everyone.